Welcome to Hey J News, the show that takes a look at what video games did over the past week because let's face it, video games are kind of like toddlers. You turn your back on them for 1 minute and they've already managed to paint the dog to the wall with their own feces, thrown their clothes in the blender and fell down the stairs twice. While Nintendo hasn't fallen down the stairs in a little while, they did something almost as bad by suddenly flipping its whole VR discussion from making it about cool cardboard to making it about our favorite franchises, Mario and Zelda, in VR. Now, as you may know, this month Nintendo is releasing the Nintendo Labo VR kit, set to introduce VR to the Switch audience around the world. More info on that in a previous episode. Well, now we know that both Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild will also support the new cardboard VR headset. The Breath of the Wild VR experience seems to be the exact same one you'd experience on your TV screen, except now the TV is strapped to your face. In the case of Mario Odyssey, there's a little bit more to it thanks to an added bonus 3 mini missions in which you collect musical notes. But again, I don't see what VR adds to the experience that playing on a regular TV doesn't. I guess you have more of a God view of Mario? I don't know. VR is so dumb. Because why play comfortably on your couch when you can play like this? Almost as dumb as VR is the attempt to keep the worst kept secret a secret, which is Persona 5 on Switch. This past week, Atlus launched a teaser webpage for Persona 5S with a splash indicating more information to be revealed April 25th. Concurrently, Best Buy tried to one-up last year's Walmart leak by leaking 3 new Switch games including Persona 5, Metroid Prime Trilogy, and Zelda: A Link to the Past. Yes, the SNES game, not Link's Awakening. Add to this that the Persona 5 Joker DLC for Smash was expected to release in April, and I don't know, maybe I'm just taking a shot in the dark here, but it looks like we're getting Persona 5 on the Switch this month, team. At this point, I think we should all act surprised when they reveal it. I feel like they're trying so hard like a mother trying to throw you a surprise birthday party, except you already know all the details and you really don't want a party or to be surprised, but you just roll with it because they're just trying so damn hard for you. In other Persona 5 news, Atlus announced that the PlayStation 4 version of the game is now permanently priced at $20, ensuring that any potential Persona 5 Switch owners feel properly screwed over paying that Switch premium tax. Now I know. But you can play it anywhere on the go. It's still not worth the full price of these ports. It's a new month, which means new free games if you signed up for any subscription service on any of the consoles. Members of the Switch Online subscription service can now download Mario: The Lost Levels, Punch-Out!, and Star Soldier. Over on PlayStation, if you have PlayStation Plus, you can download The Surge and that game with the penis slider, Conan Exiles. Turns out if you were hoping to play with some dick lengths, you actually won't be able to, as that feature was covered by a much needed loincloth in North America on consoles. But hey, if you want boobs, apparently those are fair games and not censored. Go figure. Over on Xbox, if you have games with gold, you can download some Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, as well as Technomancer and Outcasts. While I've got the Xbox audience's attention, if you live in the UK, you'll unfortunately be looking at paying more for Xbox Live Gold starting next month. The monthly subscription will go from £5.99 to £6.99, the 3-month subscription from £14.99 to £17.99, and the 12-month subscription from £39.99 to £49.99. Oddly enough, the 6-month subscription won't be changing and will remain at £29.99, which probably means anyone who was on a 6-month subscription was clearly getting screwed. While I can't see this being tied to Brexit in any way, it makes for a really good scapegoat, so thanks Brexit. In brighter news, did you know there's an 83-year-old grandma who plays Skyrim and is way more popular than I can ever hope to be? Chances are you did, and this past week was her birthday, and as part of the celebrations, a new documentary over at Gamumentary was released. Full disclosure, Gamumentary is part of the company I work for, but I'm mentioning it because it's a really sweet doc, and I won't lie, I teared up watching it, and you should go check it out. It's a great way to celebrate Elder Scrolls 25th anniversary, which just took place March 29th. In not so good news, GameStop is losing money again. So it's not really fair to say again, as they never actually stopped losing money. They're just continuing to lose money. $673 million specifically in 2018 alone. While that sounds high, and it is, it's still quite small compared to the $8.23 billion in net sales they achieved in 2018. Think about it, that's a hell of a lot of Funko Pops. Since its foundation as GameStop in 2000, this is only the 3rd time the company has reported an annual loss. The other 2 times being in 2000 and 2012, which coincides with the release of the PlayStation 2 and the Wii U. Does that mean anything? Not at all, but I thought it would be fun to tie unrelated things together and start a conspiracy. That's how they're made. If you've been playing Final Fantasy VII on your Switch this past week, you might be wondering, hey, how's that remake they announced 4 years ago coming along? Well, we have a bit of news on that, and by news I mean rumors, which are pulling at straws. So Square Enix has announced via their recruitment page that Naoki Hamaguchi, a programmer for the Final Fantasy XIII series and project lead on Final Fantasy VII Remake, just got promoted to co-director of the project alongside veteran Tetsuya Nomura. Now, does this mean anything? I have no idea, but at this point I'll settle for knowing what the development team had for lunch. I could probably piece together how far along the game is by knowing what they eat. Oh shit, they're having tacos, and it's not even Tuesday! They must be celebrating something, like the end of development. Now there's another theory going around that the game could be launching later this fall, as Square Enix is projecting a significant revenue increase in that quarter, and it's certainly not going to be due to some Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. We're talking in the ballpark of $400 million US, which is double what they're forecasting for Q2 and Q3 combined. So that's something. In case you hadn't noticed, last week we had April Fools, which means publishers had the chance to announce their dumbest ideas to gauge reactions, with a means to backpedal if the reception was bad, with a, oh, just kidding, April Fools, we weren't actually going to release that. IGN released a joke Nintendo Direct poking fun at how everything was coming to the Switch. Joke's on them though, it's actually happening. Literally everything is coming to the Switch. Do you watch Indie Corner? Other highlights included Capcom opening up a webpage looking to hire zombies, an Ash and Pikachu photobombing your pics in Pokemon Go, Ubisoft's Rabbids taking over For Honor, a Doom and Bob Ross crossover, and a Splatoon Island mobile game. All right, that last one actually looks really cool. Ubisoft has announced that they would be halting all production on any further Starlink toys due to low sales, surprising absolutely no one. Who would have guessed that in 2019, people wouldn't want more useless plastic to fill up their gaming shelves? Skylanders and Disney Infinity might have beaten us down a bit, but I blame that amiibo craze for really knocking us out. The good news, however, is a free content update including more Star Fox missions, and racing is still coming later this month, letting you pilot Falco, Peppy, and that stupid frog. The battle between Steam and the Epic Games Store rages on, as Epic Games is now offering up the amazing puzzle game The Witness for free, which I highly recommend picking up, by the way. The offer comes at a time when controversy surrounds the store with the recent announcement of the upcoming Borderlands 3 being a 6-month timed exclusive on the platform. This continues the trend we've been seeing with Epic Games acquiring exclusivity for previous titles such as Metro Exodus and The Division 2. The only solace here is, remember when console gamers would fight about exclusives and PC players would be over there stroking their motherboards condescendingly and going on about their superiority? Well, PC players, welcome to your own shitty store war where you can't just have all your games nicely put all in one place. How does it feel, huh? To be fair, PC players dealing with the Epic Games Store after decades of being used to dealing with Steam is like being forced to go to McDonald's and being served by a greasy teenager after years of getting top service from a 3-star Michelin restaurant. That's all I've got for you this week. What is your favorite story? And seriously, what do you guys think about these Mario and Zelda VR attempts? Love it, like it, hate it, meh? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next week, and until then, keep it classy.